everyone, it's the Grand Strategy Nerd bringing you another episode of Commie Aussie, our communist playthrough in Hearts of Iron 4 of Australia using the new Together for Victory DLC. Now, a little disclaimer, the next 7 episodes are all going to be pre-recorded. It's not because I don't want to hear from you, and it's not because I don't care about you and want to respond to you or to any suggestions you guys may have of units to put into the game that you would like to see, but it's more of, it's the holidays time, it's the end of 2016, and so I need to and want to spend time with my family instead of recording, so it'll just be very difficult if I don't do it this way. So it's a little disclaimer up front, but thank you for joining me again on this fun little 12 episode jaunt through Hearts of Iron 4. In our last episode, yes, we became the Australian People's Republic. We became the Commie Aussies that we so desperately wanted and needed to be. So now we need to forge our path for the people of Australia. Leadership purges in the Soviet Union. Uncertainty has long reigned in the Soviet Union. While details are scarce, there has been a series of secret trials on the highest level, and both generals and ministers have disappeared from the public eye. The natural assumption is that some great conspiracy has been uncovered within the Communist Party, but no official statement has been made. In addition, the diplomatic reports we have access to indicate that evidence presented at these trials has been far from indisputable. Whatever has been happening, the structure of the Soviet High Command has changed irrevocably. Joseph Stalin has secured stability in the Soviet Union. So one thing that we really need to, come to grips on is our naval situation, and that we really don't have any naval to really speak of. Marco Polo Bridge incident. Japanese and Chinese forces have skirmished inconclusively over the strategic Marco Polo Bridge located just southwest of Beijing. China has rejected Japan's demands for an apology and territorial concessions, claiming instead that the breaking point of Japanese aggression has been reached. Diplomats fear that the volatile situation could result in a war at any time. Well, yeah. So we're still getting the technology sharing from the Commonwealth nations, so we need to tread slowly and carefully with our national foci, which is why we've moved back over to building up Australia rather than building up the move towards communism. We are communists, so we have that. But now we need to focus on keeping with the Brits for as long as possible and finding, as most communists do, finding some made up reason to affect change. All right. So no one's losing anything, so that's good. We're still not building anything because we have low manpower. We only have 28,000 men for manpower. Now that could change with changes here, the conscription laws, and we'll just sort of play that by hand, though. However, play that by ear. I don't know why I said hand. All right, let's look at our communist brothers. Ooh, very nice map. Very nice flag here. I do have a flag mod installed, so in case you're wondering, it's the historical mod pack. Non-aggression? Let's not go that far yet. Let's just go to improve relations again. Promote reservists. Oh, that'd be good. Or should we? Could we expand the Lithgow small arms factory, or the Lithgow small arms factory? Means adds 2 military factories, or we can go for Department of Supply and Development. Well, why would I? Because then we get access to Allied Works Council. We require both of those to begin with. We can only get that once we're able to do this, and we don't have enough world tension for that. But I'm going to go this way because I think that with the Japanese declaring war on the Chinese, that the world tension will rise at a faster pace. So then we'll get our civilian factories. Here's our little prop planes. Everything's filled. We're just building excess right now. I do have the Vickers too. I could start to build. Yeah, why don't I do that here? We do need oil for it though. We're already down one. Whoops. Well, I guess we'll go back to that. Well, good thing they were already building it. We didn't lose that much efficiency. Yeah, no template. I gotcha. At least we're going to have some kick-ass infrastructure up there in the Northern Territory. So now we just wait. So this is the problem with playing these minor nations is that they don't really have a lot. You can't do a lot. You can't really set up a lot. I mean, that is the challenge of it as well, but I would just hope that it would be going better than that. You know, just that you're able to do a little bit more stuff, but I mean, you can't change the way the game is set up. Why don't I take these guys? And we'll move them. Where's my port? Move them up here. And then we'll march them over. I guess we need to worry about infrastructure up here, don't we? Yeah, I mean, eventually we'll have to come out here. Aha, synthetic oil experiments. Excellent. Okay, so now we can come to this. We are researching that. I guess we should research the radio. Radio. What? Oh, saying it wrong. So the correct one is to say that video killed the radio star. Japanese buildup, and there's war. Okay. How do I gain? Oh, here it goes up. Tick, 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 tick. There we go. Told you. Told you that would happen. Still yet to see what the Brits, I'm sorry, what the Germans are going to do. Now that they did not reoccupy the Rhineland, even though they have, what the heck is going on here? Demilitarized zone. Yep, it's still there. So we'll see what happens. They are, yeah, wow, they're really mustering troops along this border and reinforcing that. All right, so we got our divisions up here. Put them into the jungle lands. I don't really know if there's anyone we can modify here. Trade deal, no. Political power, that'd be nice, but really what we're looking for is, no. Oh wow, there's compassionate, no, there's no one that is here to help with unity. Still in the throes of the Great Depression, though. Alright, it's fine. Central Australia. I guess we're going to have to build that up then, too. Okay, oh, that's right. Okay, so there's that. So now we're going to establish a war council. We do have more military factories. Not a lot that's being produced here. But I'm going to focus on the 18 pounder because I can see being, modifying the division design to have support artillery. So we're going to need that support artillery in the future. So we want to build that up. Constructions here. Let's go. We need some synthetic oil. So we'll start that off here in... Where should we put that? Here in Queensland. Yeah, and on Bismarck Island. That's fine. All right, so that's going to take quite a while, of course. Yeah, ooh, that's a long... That's going to take a long time. But we need it, you know. So that's what's important too. Yes, infrastructure will be good, quicker movement of troops, but I think that we're going to be fine with focusing on the synthetic oil there. That'll help us become just a little bit more energy independent, which they didn't really call it back then, but it would just help shore up our strategic reserves. We do have 3 factories being used towards it. It's just it takes a while. Takes a while to do. Good mechanical computing. And I guess from this, then we'll also go to construction techniques, or get the resource gain there. Resource gain. No, we'll go with the construction after this when this is done, because that'll allow us just even quicker builds. Oh, there we go. Well, that was over in a jiff. Well done, gents. And this will give us... Now let's go with excavation there. All right, so now with our construction, we have up to 30%, so that reduced it by a couple months, several months. So that's still better than nothing. Italy announces claims on Yugoslavian territory. Speaking of the Italian populations along the Dalmatian coast, Benito Mussolini has announced that Italy fully considers Italian-speaking territory in Yugoslavia to be a rightful part of Italy. An official statement backed up the claims, making it clear that Italy is prepared to take the territory by force if need be. And this is how we creep inexorably towards war. I wonder what Hitler's going to do. Nationalist Spain won. We're very close that we can call ourselves independent. We're going to stay in just a bit longer. We have control of our own destiny in a way. I don't know how to get rid of this Great Depression. That's what I really want to know. I mean, if you do know how to get rid of the Great Depression, please let me know. It would be a tremendous help to me. Civilian economy, or do we go to early mobilization, which helps with construction speed of factories? Seems a bit drastic right now. We'll see what else is going around. Is going on around us, I should say. I still have low manpower. And so let's start planning out what we're going to do after this. I think we're going to have to come up here to the computing machine or even continue on through this. And this is the problem when you only have 2 slots as well. It's hard to really stay up to date on stuff. That's good. Because I should have looked at the details of that. What did that do? Political power plus 120. Okay. National Security Act. Factory output, national unity is raised, or Volunteer Defense Corps gains national spirit of Volunteer Defense Corps, which grants the ideology drift defense of 25% and forms subversive activities efficiency. But they're not mutually exclusive, so we will go this way first. This seems like something communist government would worry more about is national security. Or also, raising general fear, watch out for your neighbor, that sort of thing. The blue scare. Must watch out for those advocating, democratic mob principles, mob mentality principles. Once again, if you want me to name it, I will let you know. We can become free. Like I said, we're going to hold off on that. to keep on getting the sweet, sweet research bonuses that are available to us. We're going to go with radio, trying to stay up to date on our technology if we can't keep up to date on anything else. I have to remember that this is here and not click on it before I'm ready to. And this is something that played me in my Mexican playthrough as a low manpower. And so you just have to be willing to start taking over places. I really wish that the perfect scenario would have been that Germany would have occupied the Rhineland and it would have gone on that path down the road towards World War II. And then have it be that both Britain and France did not support the Dutch, and so the Dutch had to go elsewhere, and hopefully I'd be able to attack them. The only problem is sometimes when the Dutch aren't supported by Britain and France, they are picked up by the Soviets into their faction, and so then I would have the Soviets to deal with. So that's not very helpful. But in this way, because that way, the easiest one to attack right now are the Dutch, and because they're right here on Papua New Guinea. So that would have been the easiest to attack because they're right here, but that risks drawing the ire of the Brits, and so we don't want that. I guess we can invest in theorists now. Anschluss of Austria still happens. Indian National Congress triumphs in provincial elections. In the recent local elections, the Indian National Congress has achieved an overwhelming majority for their platform of slow and ordered transition to local government and dominion status in the future. It appears that the Indians have rejected the more radical policies advocated by Gandhi, but argued for a total break with Britain and absolute home rule as soon as possible. Do votes really change anything? On the Anschluss of Austria, after a successful coup d'etat by the local Nazi party in Vienna, German troops have crossed the Austrian border and taken control of the country. No fighting has been reported, and German soldiers were greeted by cheering crowds in the cities. In a speech before a massive crowd at the Heldenplatz in Vienna, Hitler announced the Anschluss of Austria, annexing the country into Germany. And thus, the German threat grows. Nothing really here. Construction speeds for military stuff. Warfare theorists. It's only an air or naval. Not a lot of land theory being bandied about there. This is just material. Military high command. See nothing really there that we want to deal with. Although I guess we're going to go into early mobilization, as that will help out. Still only volunteer only. Yes, still only volunteer only. It's still volunteer only. But I think that we need to keep it that way. I kind of feel like we should keep it that way. You can't deplete the reserves too quickly. I mean, the total manpower is only 101,000, right? Or 102,000. Don't have that big of a country. Yeah, I got to look at that. Monthly growth. I mean, 123 more recruitable each month. It's not a lot. Civilians are growing by 10,000 a month. Maybe it is what I need to do. Limited conscription. I have not completed citizen military forces. Okay, I need to do that. Citizen military. Okay, so I need to go down the volunteer defense force. So it's going to be a little bit of time because I want to go this way first so we can get the Allied Works Council because that gives us 4 civilian factories. So it's going to take a little bit of time. Gain a research slot too. So this is a very good one to get first. Invest in victory. It gives consumer goods factories even more output and national unity boost. So yeah, this was the right one to choose. I'm going to wait for that to finish. I'm probably going to end it here. It's just beautiful to see that. Australians People Republic. I wish I could have got my flag into here. I didn't feel like jumping through all the hoops in order to put my flag into it. So, oh well. All right, well, we're going to end it here, as I said. We'll select the national focus in the next episode. Thank you all for watching. If you did like this, please feel free to leave a thumbs up, leave a comment below, share this around the internet. And if this is your first time here, thank you for watching until the end. Please click on that red subscribe button. Lets me know that I'm doing a great job and that you want to see more grand strategy games from me, the Grand Strategy Nerd. Until next time, good night and good luck.